when we're dealing with scatter plots, we know that we tend to have what's called a line of best fit that we try to incorporate. And we also call it a trend line because it tells you the trend of what's happening with your data set that you have. Now, again, if you notice, a scatter plot doesn't mean that all the points of your data points are going to actually line up perfectly on your line of best fit. But the line of best fit will give you an idea or an approximation of what you can predict for data that's outside the given set, but also inside the given set. Now, what we're going to focus on here is how do we write the equation of the line, which is our line of best fit. Well, to do that, we're going to take the 2 points that we have and then write the equation of a line. So basically, it's going back to some of the stuff that we've done previously when it comes to writing equations of lines. Now, there's going to be 2 different ways that you can do this. But regardless of what we do, if we first start with writing out the general slope-intercept form for the equation of a line, we can go there. And that, again, was y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, so we need to find the slope and the y-intercept. Let's calculate the slope first. And to do that, we need the 2 points. So we have our 2 points that are listed. And then to find the slope, we do the change in y over change in x. So we can go ahead and subtract the 2 y values, so 7 minus 0, and subtract the x values, 7 minus 1. So now it can be written in fraction form. So your slope is 7/6. Once you have your slope, you can go back to your slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. You can then substitute it in for the slope. And now we need to figure out the value of b, which is our y-intercept. Okay, so to do that, you're going to want to take one of the points, one of the 2 points that you have, and substitute them in for the x and the y. So what numbers are easier to deal with here? Well, the 1, 0 is easier, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use the 1 for x and the 0 for the y. So I'll substitute that in. And as I simplify down, I now solve for b, and I get negative 7/6. So what we can do is go back up, and we already know the slope. We now have the y-intercept. Let's plug that in. So that's going to take us over, and when we substitute in to the y equals 7/6x plus b, substitute for b, and now you have the equation of the trend line there. Another way to do this, okay, if this way is not what you like, well, you have 2 points. And you know when you have 2 points, you can always use the point slope form to be able to find the equation of a line. So that's another way to do it, the point slope form, which means you just need 1 point in the slope. Regardless, then, you still need to find the slope. So calculate the slope. Again, the 2 points, those are the yellow 2 points that are clearly on the diagram. Find the slope. It's the same as what we did before. And now we plug it into the point slope form. So if we plug it into the point slope form, you're going to substitute in the slope, and you're going to substitute in one of the points. Again, I chose the point 1, 0. You could have chosen the point 7, 7. You'll still get the same answer. But when I simplify this down, it's a lot easier. So to simplify it down, I can now distribute the 7/6 with the x and then minus 1, and you get y equals 7/6x minus 7/6. So it's the same exact equation of the line as you got before. And that would be how you find the equation of the trend line, or the equation of the line of best fit in a situation like this.